Good afternoon and welcome once again to the Don Valley for this game 20 of the Stones Bitter Championship. Today's visitors are the mighty St Helens, who are in 5th position in the league table, just coming off a bitterly disappointing defeat at Cass last week. Whereas the Eagles' last match was that great and hard-earned win at Oldham. St Helens' title aspirations realistically evaporating last week, but the Eagles have put themselves back into top 8 contention. We have with us today the voice of St Helens Rugby League, Mr. Ron Off. Ron.
Thanks very much, Mike.
Good to be with you again.
Yes, pleased to meet you again, obviously, and nice day here at Yorkshire. Very rare for us to come over to your part of the country and have a nice day, but we've got to get in there. We've still got 8 players out injured, and obviously Sheffield, a good win, as you say, against Oldham. Bitter defeat at Castleford for us last Sunday. One mistake cost us the game, but that's over. You've got to get on with it, haven't you? And ready for the Cup next Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, well, that defeat just leaves you really hoping that either Wigan or Leeds will hit a really bad spell and go into a tailspin in the Championship. That's the only realistic chance of getting the Championship, I think, now, Ron. Not being too critical.
Well, I don't think we have a chance, to be quite honest, Mike. Obviously, we're in 5th position, but the pie eaters again, they're at the top. But after we beat them this Saturday, Mike, in the Cup, I'm sure they'll go into a little bit of a decline.
Okay, so it's a wonderful afternoon. It's just a slight breeze blowing in the normal direction from our left to our right, and we'll just let Ron read the teams out for you.
Yes, the Sheffield side for this afternoon. Linton Stott at full-back. Keith Senior, Mark Gamson, Richard Price and Bright Sodgy, the 3-quarters. Carl Briggs and Ryan Shidden, the half-back pairing. Paul Broadbent, Mick Cook, Ian Hughes, the front row. Paul Carr, Anthony Farrell and Darryl Powell, the back 3. Darren Turner and Andrew Young on the bench. The Saints side, David Lyon at full-back. Simon Booth, Andy Northey, Mark Elia and Anthony Sullivan, the 3-quarters. Phil Beavers and Shane Cooper, the half-back pairing. With Fogarty, Kieran Cunningham, Apollo Pedalini back after his honeymoon. Ian Pickervan, Sonny Nicol and Chris Morley, the back 3, with Andy Haig and John Harrison on the bench. The referee is Mr. Alan Bates from Workington. We had the pleasure of Mr. Bates, Mike, last week at Castleford, so we'll just see how we shape this afternoon.
Yeah, well, saying you have the pleasure of Mr. Bates, different connotations. We had Mr. Bates at Featherstone a few weeks ago, and I have to say he was the most referee I criticised most this season, so I hope he's improved his performance today. Anyway, the Saints with the sun in the back, having won the toss, playing with the breeze and the sun, which is not a bad tactics at the Don Valley. Shane Cooper comes in, the ball goes back to Vivers, who puts the ball down. And Stott brings the ball out, playing his unusual position at full-back. Senior takes a second, makes ground, and Mick Cook looks to fiddle his way from acting half-back. Saints playing a spread defence. Darryl Powell comes in, just tries to inject that pace into the attack. Paul Broadbent comes with his first touch. Makes some big defence, just gets over the halfway line, last tackle. Ball goes to Carl Briggs. Carl Briggs just toes one over, and Sullivan just lets it roll inside the corner flag. Well, that's not a bad first set for the Eagles to come the full length of the field with that run.
Yes, a good set of 6, Mick, as you say. And scrum down, Saints head and ball, 10 metres from the Saints line. Darryl Powell there, he's been played everywhere this season, I think. Full-back, centre, half-back and loose forward today. And obviously a multi-talented player. But Eagles penalised, not marking up correctly at the play of the ball. And referee Bates moving in quickly. He did this last week at Castleford. Moved in rather quickly, and probably in the first 8 to 10 minutes. We had numerous stoppages. But then they seem to do these things. They tighten up early on and then just drift away. But it's the Saints in possession. Apollo Pedalini. We will apologise if we do get any of the players wrong. We're about 3 days camel ride from the arena. You know, I think it's a bit closer than Bradford, the Bradford spec. But Saints have the possession, moving it right. Ian Pickervance. 30 metres out roughly. Saints moving it again. Cooper at scrum half this afternoon. Cooper with the gap, chips it through. Sullivan's there, but the ball just going into touch. Sullivan couldn't take it, and Anthony Sullivan will probably be asked to convert the tries. Well, hopefully convert the tries this afternoon. But Cooper there showing his guile. He saw the gap, he chipped it through, but just too much beef on it, and that was a chance for the Eagles as they scrum down their head and feed 10 metres from their own line. They spread it out quickly, and the tackling has got to be paramount. Scampering away, Richard Price. Good display there, Mick Cook, as ever, the lively hooker to the acting half-back position. Sheffield in possession, moving it quickly to the left. And Sheffield, they inflicted the double on the Saints last season, but they're keeping the ball moving. Quick hands is the order of the day. Anthony Farrell in the England squad last week. But the Eagles supporters get behind their charges, and good play there, throwing the ball about. Saints tackling will have to be firm, but certainly good display by the Eagles. It's the last tackle of this set of 6. It's kicked deep downfield. David Lyon, he gathers it safely. The Eagles defence move up quickly. So a good charge by the Eagles, Mick, putting pressure on the Saints.
Yeah, it certainly was. Again, they brought the ball the length of the field, and Saints now doing the tough work and doing the tough yards, bringing it from their own line.
Good strong running, and obviously early minutes they'll be testing. 4 minutes of the game gone, no score at present. Both sides coming close. The Sonny Nicol, the ex-Sheffield Eagle, powers his way downfield, and now Saints move it quickly. Lofted cut-out ball. Over on the far side, Mark Elia combining with Anthony Sullivan. Beavers puts it up high. Beavers will be entrusted with the place kicking, but that's well taken there. Linton Stott, as you say, is usually a wingman, isn't he, or a half-back wingman, Mike?
Yeah, he's a wingman, Ron, and he's been making great strides the last couple of seasons, developing into an excellent First Division player. But positional changes today for the Eagles, and Linton's gone to full-back, which was his preferred position when he joined the Eagles. But as I say, he's developed into an outstanding winger. I'm just looking at Stabatis. He seems to be ruling a very skinny 10. And that was one of his main faults at Featherstone. There was no sign of a 10-metre demarcation line. In the meantime, the Eagles moving the ball upfield. Briggs now turned Powell inside. Powell looking to develop the ball. Eventually tackled underneath by Nicol. And this time Carto's one through. Shane Cooper in the perfect position, just picks up and releases a ball as though it was a Sunday afternoon touch and pass game. So Fogarty taking the ball away, trying to pick some yards up. And this is Elia. Is it Elia or Elia? Elia. Cooper again, feeds Perolini. Perolini gets a good ball away. Is this Northey? Northey comes away, holds the ball up. Oh dear, that wanted a pass. Bulls needed a pass then. That was a chance gone missing. It wasn't Northey, it was Morley. So a chance going begging there on.
Yes, Mike, obviously did us both a thick and there. It was Chris Morley that came through, and he had Simon Booth on his outside. He gave the dummy at first, drew the Eagles defender, then should have slipped the ball out, and it'd have been a clear 4 points for Simon Booth. But they played on, and Eagles knocked it forward. Saints have the head and feet from the scrum, and they're driving it quickly. Lyon in the back line. Now it's with Beavers. Beavers with Sullivan on the outside. Oh, Sullivan's in. Yes, Anthony Sullivan goes in there. They should have been in at the corner here on the right wing. But good play there by the Saints eventually as they drove upfield. A good break there. A good break by Chris Morley. We was just deciding who was actually drove through. We thought it was Northey at first, but Chris Morley brought it up. It went to Simon Booth. Well, it didn't to Simon Booth, it should have done. Then the Eagles knocked it down from the resulting scrum. Saints had a feed, and it was transferred quickly across. And Phil Beavers, the versatile Beavers, the veteran, we can say, Mike, and he split the Eagles defence, quick handling, and it went into the corner, and Sullivan on the far side in for the 4-pointer. His 19th try of the season, and a difficult conversion attempt for the Saints.
What's up? 4 points down after 6 minutes. Beavers this time feeds Northey. Northey turns the shoulder in, is well met by the Eagles defence. Fogarty. Again, plenty of tacklers in for the Eagles. This is Perolini, and the game just settling into that. This is Cunningham taking the ball on the short side, and St Helens have come 40 metres in those 4 drives. Sodgy under some pressure here. Kick and chase from Phil Beavers. Puts the Eagles under pressure. And not a player for St Helens onside then, Ron. Not one player was anywhere near the 10-yard mark. Falkart coming in with them storming runs, that secondary effort. Paul Broadbent pushes the Saints defence back out to the Eagles 30. Sheridan injects a bit of pace. Powell, last tackle. Ball goes back to Briggs. Well, got underneath that one, and that'll be St Helens play the ball on the Eagles 40. So good containment then from Saints.
Yes, and they stood it well, as you say. They moved up. They're going to move up as long as the referee doesn't penalise them. And the teams do that. They see what they can get away with the ref. But it's Mark Elia! Oh, brilliant stuff! What a sidestep from Elia! 33-year-old New Zealander, but he's certainly impressed since he joined St Helens, his second period with the Saints. But just as we're on about that play, Mike, and Elia there, that bit of individual brilliance, superb try, but it was a mistake from Briggs, the half-back, that didn't find touch. Well, he did find touch, but it didn't bounce in the field of play. Saints got the turnover, and 2 or 3 crisp passing movements, and Elia came through. Well,
you have to question the Eagles' defence at that occasion. They never really readjusted and got solid. They had time to do so from the poor kick from Carl Briggs, and the Eagles paid the penalty. They're now 10 points in arrears with 11 minutes gone.
Yes, a great platform for the Saints to build on, obviously, and let's hope they can keep up the impetus. A lot of the time the Saints just don't seem to have that killer instinct where they get a lead and they seem to ease off a bit. But Beavers, he's playing out of his skin in this early 10 minutes. He's there again, he takes the ball from the kick-off, and Saints move it again. Fogarty up the centre, looking for support. Cooper's there, he's organising his troops. Cunningham attacked in half-back. Saints moving it left, quick hands. Good drive up the centre. 10 metres into the Eagles' half again, and Saints drive it again. Cooper again on the loop. Oh, Elia again, here, there and everywhere. Very impressive, as I said. Quick hands. Northey, is it? Or is it to Morley? Like Chris Morley, I think it was. Yeah, it was Chris Morley. Beavers, oh, Saints must be in again. It's touched, it's a try. It is a try. It was touched by an Eagle. And it's Shane Cooper that goes over for it. 12 minutes gone now. So in the space of 6 minutes, the Eagles' try line has been breached, and what a start for the Saints. But Mike, you couldn't imagine a start like this for the Eagles. Obviously all fired up, they've had the rest. It makes you wonder, you know, through Warrington being in the Eagle final last weekend, you'd no game, and it makes you wonder, doesn't it, with just that rest. You think you're going to get shut of your injuries and give them a break, but they're just not in the swing this afternoon, Mike, are they?
And things looking grim for the Eagles. They'll have to get back in the game somehow. Saints rampant, of course. As you say, Viva's in outstanding form. Cooper acting half-back, and Shane Cooper there, who came through with the chase and got an hand to the ball. 16 points down with just 14 minutes gone. Eagles looking at a heavy defeat unless they get some sleep, some console, get some containment going on the Saints. And the Saints regularly beating first tacklers. And it's Vivers feeding Nicol. Nicol coming back against the grain, but tackled by his ex-colleague Paul Broadbent. This is Perolini, and he meets big defence from Powell and Anthony Farrell. Cunningham gets away, looks very much like his elder brother Eddie where he runs, that square style, and Perolini's down in back play, receiving treatment. A senior takes that kick first bounce, and what can the Eagles do? And again, there wasn't a Saints player. Well, I wonder if Mr. Bates really knows we've gone to 10 and is still playing the 5. Here goes Broadbent. Ball to Sheridan, onto Briggs. Briggs dummies, tries to develop the ball, just used as a foil. Good defence though from Cunningham. Again Sheridan just picks the pace up and takes the ball to the line. That's good running from that young man. Last tackle. Powell goes one across, but it's not a good kick. It goes straight to Northey, and Northey tackled by Price. Both picks one up and he's tackled by his winger, his opposite winger, Sodge. So again, can the Eagles contain the Saints in this position and make them kick? Vivers. Well, Vivers, Ron, is playing first man a lot.
Oh, he is. He's taking it up. He revels in it. And obviously, as you said earlier, Mike, he's got to play in any position. A veteran campaigner here, 10 seasons at St Helens, and he's got to fill in. Obviously, we've got an injury problem, but he has been playing regular in every position. Last tackle, the ball was charged down, came back, and Eagles have the possession. Perolini has just limped off injured, and John Harrison come on as well. He's due to come on as substitute. I don't know if he's actually taken. Yes, he has. John Harrison on the field there. So Perolini took that knock midfield, and John Harrison making his first appearance in the Saints side since we played the touring Australians, where he was a non-playing sub, even though he did take the field for a short spell as a blood bin replacement. But John Harrison has had his first share, I should say, of injury. But it's Eagles pressing now into the Saints 20, the last tackle of the sequence. Let's see what they've got up the sleeve. A quick shimmy, they're going to play it. Oh, too much beef, is there? Well, there would have been too much beef on it, but Sonny Nicol took it right in the midriff. And good pressing up by Sheffield. And obviously that's what they've got to do, trailing by 16 points to 0. They've got to get back in the swing. They need points on the board. They have got the talent that can get the points on the board for them, especially Darryl Powell. And last season, Mike, you beat us here 18 points to 6. Darryl Powell and David Frace, he's gone to pastures new, certainly punched holes in our defence that day. But it's in a commanding lead. Saints in a commanding lead, and Vivers puts the ball downfield. Sheffield, well, it goes just touching goal, and the Eagles will restart from the 20. So it'll be a tap restart, and obviously the Saints got to contain them, Mike, and they seem to be doing a good job at present.
So the Eagles doing it tough again. That kick from Vivers just a bit too strong, but I think, Ron, since the match started, the wind's just picked up a couple of knots. It's just that little bit stronger. The flags are certainly blowing a lot stiffer than they were quarter of an hour ago. Sheridan floats one out to Briggs. Briggs brings Carr running in. Briggs this time changes the angle of attack, dummies. Just trying to develop that ball in the middle of the field. Last tackle now. Plays it to himself. Toes one through. Plays soccer. Finds a supporting player. Oh, that was unlucky. But this is that looked like Shane Cooper bringing the ball away. And it was. And this is Anthony Sullivan. We'll look for any weaknesses round the ruck in the Eagles' defence. Adam Fogarty. Lots of space to move. The Eagles not seeming to get to grips with this quick play of the ball. Nickel drives one on the short side. Well, there wasn't an Eagles man on side then. Pickavance gets one out to Ely. Ely steps again. That short step gets the ball off to Pickavance. And it's David Lane in support who gets over. Outstanding play again from Mark Elia. He set the tone there. He broke the line. There was plenty of ball movement, but the Eagles got the defenders there. But when Elia put that step on, he went clean through.
He did, Mick. I think you might have got it right the first time. The Eagles, obviously, you're not playing too clever, are you, unfortunately. And Saints need a big game, especially before the cup tie. Obviously, you need a big game before the cup tie this Saturday. But Mark Elia looks sharp as a tack, doesn't he? And as we know, this Saturday, the Pie Eaters entertain the Saints in the Challenge Cup. Doncaster entertain Sheffield. There's 5 all First Division ties, so 5 of the First Division teams are out at the first hurdle. So certainly an interesting draw. And as he said, that's the look of the draw. But Saints have the ball. Cunningham, live wire hooker at scrum half. Saints spread it, doing the forward yardage, doing the driving. They move it left. Cooper out to Big John Harrison. And Saints again spread it, move it over to the left wing. But the referee penalised the Eagles for moving up in an offside position. I think that's the first penalty he's given, Mick, and there's been quite a bit of wandering, hasn't there?
Well, it makes you wonder just what the referee's about. I mean, the players just don't know what to do they, Ron? I mean, he's allowed offside most of the game. Both teams have been well forward of the 10-metre mark, well forward of the referee, and then just seem arbitrarily, he just decides to penalise somebody for offside. It creates frustration in the players.
It certainly does, but Saints have the possession. Nichols just short, loses his footing, about 8 metres short. Beavers attacked in half. Move quickly, Cooper along the line, quick hands was the order of the day. It's Elia from the left centre 3/4 position over to the right. Saints take it centre field, Cooper giving the dummy, trying to draw the Eagles defence in. Now it's with Sonny Nicol, quick hands. Morley shrugs the tacklers off. Saints keep it going. They're letting the ball do the work. It's touched an Eagles player, I think. Saints spread it. Cunningham. He's still 8 metres short. It hasn't touched an Eagles player. The last one of the sequence, Beavers. Oh, super tackling there. Excellent crunch tackling. Daryl Powell involved, along with Bright Sodji. Looked a big overlap here, Mick, for the Saints, but superb tackling by the Eagles.
Yeah, good scrambling defence then from the Eagles. No lack of effort there in defence. As you say, Daryl Powell got a big shoulder in then, with a big assist from Sodji. He looked all over the try there for Northey. So the Eagles again having to do it tough. Not had much possession anywhere near Saints line. And they brought the ball out to the 40 on 5, and it's the kick. And the ball goes to Briggs, and Briggs has found it difficult to kick into this wind. Oh, that's great tackle then by Sheridan, and he just had another little tug. I'm sorry, it's Gamson. He had another little tug at David Lyon. Well, no good Gamson complaining there. Everybody knows the rules now.
Well, they do, but they all do it, don't they? But good positioning there by Senior. I think the wingman cutting it off as the Saints went through there. Anthony Sullivan on the wing. The Saints player tried to get it out to Sullivan, but he well positioned Senior, so he couldn't cut it, so he couldn't pass it. He actually cut him off. Well, yes, they all know. They know the quickness of the game. It's speeded up, Mike, but they all have a little dig. They test the referee's temper to the full, don't they? And he certainly tests our temper to the full on occasions. Well, Sullivan again, wandering commission. He's kicking again. He's Sullivan. He drives out. He's 15 metres short of the Sheffield line. Sonny Nicol brings it back on the short side. He gains a valuable 10 metres. 5 metres from the Eagles line now with the Saints doing the pressing. Beavers brings it back to Cooper. Cooper and Beavers looking sharp at the attack. Cooper ducks under the tackle, but a superb tackle. Paul Carr it is that comes in. The referee moves in quickly. Cooper and Carr just eyeball to eyeball, but that was a super tackle by Carr on Cooper. But Cooper penalised her for pulling his shirt. Obviously took exception to the tackle, and somebody spoke now to turn mid and attempted.
Always looking to give silly penalties away, Shane Cooper. Paul Carr then trying away quickly from acting out back, and Shane Cooper just grabbed on him. Referee spotted it. So the Eagles with a bit of relief. Good bust from Anthony Farrell. Steps going. Well, that's it. Typical Anthony for that right step. Sheridan looking for the ball again. Just gets underneath Pickens as Shower Fogarty challenge. Briggs works his way back towards. Good attack from Cunningham. Briggs, little pass to Cook. Well, the Eagles just seem to be lacking direction. Get a little bit tied up at acting half back, not shifting the ball quickly. Here comes Briggs though, got Powell on pace. Oh, great ball. Excellent try. Magical stuff from Darryl Powell. Take a bow, Carl Briggs. Carl Briggs run the ball at the defence. Brought Darryl Powell onto the ball. And it seemed as though Darryl had run down the blind alley. But he threw that ball over his shoulder. He knew Broadbent was coming, and Broadbent accepted the pass with relish and planted the ball.
Plenty talent in your ranks, and shouldn't be any problem here. Carl Briggs should pop this one over. He does so, and Sheffield back in the hunt. But throwing the ball
back to a contest.
Try and beat the opposition, obviously.
Anthony Farrell accepts the ball just in front of his own goal line. Makes it out to the quarter line. Oh, and Senior coming in to give his forwards a breather. Just makes it tougher for them. Well, now after scrummage just outside the quarter line, it will be Saints' ball. And the Eagles needed to consolidate there after scoring. Beavers floats one out to Ely. Ely feeds Northey. Northey, a big fella, gets a good net ball into Beavers on the. He turns Bull inside. Bull looking to offload. Well, you get the feeling that Saints feel they could score from every play of the ball. Here goes Northey. Elia dummy in. Eventually dragged down. The spread's on this time. Fogarty's in midfield. Hits going to the line. Dummies. Eventually tackled by Hughes and Farrell. Ball coming back this way. Beavers feeds one. Sodgy comes up with the ball, and the Saints man's taken a knock. I think it's Northey that's taken a knock in that play, and I think he's got a cut. Well, that's unfortunate, Ron.
Yes, I think he has his signal to the bench, and he looks in a lot of discomfort. But the Eagles have the possession, they'll be driving it up. Saints penalised, not lining up correctly at the play of the ball, but a good drive there. I think it looks like a blood bin. It looks, as our friend Steve would say, a lot of claret. So blood bin substitution. Andy Hagel come on while Northey's taken to the dressing room to receive treatment, Mick.
Yeah, well, I think Saints are a bit unsure there. With the referee hasn't signalled the blood bin, and we saw this incident with Leeds the other week. They must let the referee know. Great injection of pace from Ryan Sheridan. They must let the referee know. But in the meantime, the Eagles in with an attack. Briggs feeds Carroll, go for the line. Eagles coming back. Price feeds Briggs. Briggs turns Anthony Farrell inside. Farrell gets, almost got a pass away. Good defence though from Saints. Good tight defence. Briggs pushes one through. Sullivan under some pressure. Little bit of an heartbeat went then, Ron.
Certainly did, Mike, but it was an excellent kick, wasn't it, on the sixth tackle, with the Eagles putting pressure on the Saints. Obviously Andy Haig just come on as a blood bin substitution for Northey, but that was the idea, put the Saints under pressure, grubber it through there, and Sullivan managed just to get it away. But an excellent kick out from in front of the sticks, and Eagles back in contention.
Saints using the wind that's still blowing quite stiffly. Cook, Paul Broadbent on a charge, veers into the heart of the defence, pushes the ball out to Saints 20 line. Here goes Gamson. Briggs first receiver. Uses a foul, hands it on to Carr. Carr with that bustling run. Can't get a pass in. Anthony Farrell picks up. Gets a pass to Briggs. Briggs. Oh, good tackle from Shane Cooper. Good pursuit from Cooper. Didn't allow Briggs to develop the ball at all. This is the last tackle. And Powell fashions the kick, and that's tidied up this time cleanly by Anthony Sullivan, and the Saints have possession. And this is that Vevers? Oh, that was Sullivan who brought the ball out. Nickel, necking the line. You felt that was going to come. Gets a pass in to nobody. Well, that's a chance going begging for the Saints. .32 minutes gone. Saints still leading, 20 points to 6. And a critical stage of the game, the Eagles realistically need another score before half-time, Ron.
They certainly do. As far as I'm concerned, I hope you don't get one. You know, nothing personal, Mike. But yes, you've certainly in the last 10 minutes or so come to the fore. Obviously, you got the try in the 5th minute. That's give you the impetus that you needed. And you've pressed the Saints line again. Stir again. Powell trying to draw the defence in. And this second row, Carr onto Sodji. But Carr and Farrell, the second row partnership, two real, not the biggest of men, but certainly they do the spade work, don't they? It's there again, yes. Very talented, as you say, Mick. The scrum half there, right Sheridan, centre field. The Eagles want to spread it quickly. They've got to let the ball do the work. Moving it out onto Senior on the far side. Elia and Sullivan quickly in. The last tackle of the sequence with Eagles in possession. This is about the 18th tackle on the Saints line. Oh, excellent ball. Oh, super ball across there. Super try there, Mike. Punched holes in the Saints defence. Linton started it. Richard Price, the left centre three-quarter. But a superb time kick. Obviously a plan ploy and an excellent try.
Superb kick again, as you say, Ron, from Briggs. And Briggs be developing into a very effective half-back. And he adds the sweetness too.
Always difficult, Mike, on the last tackle. You don't know whether to, you know, the defending side, you don't know whether to press up, hang back, or see what's what. But that was an astute angle kick, and it came up with obviously the 4 points, converted into 6. Back in the hunt now, 20 points to 12, with 6 minutes of the half to go.
Yes, and the game wide open now. The Eagles back within 2 scores of the Saints. So, if the Eagles can hold the line, that's a good ball from Anthony Farrell to Mick Cook. Mick Cook showing great evasive skills. Oh, gets the ball to Senior. It's ruled a forward pass. And I don't think it was, but Mick Cook not really contesting the decision. So, we have to go with the referee's call. Yes, the Eagles just need to make sure they don't give any points away now before half-time. And Saints will go into the dressing room with a little bit more anxiety, knowing that the Eagles can come back at them. That's Morley taking the ball to the line. This is Sonny Nickel winding up. Puts a big shot on Mick Cook. He's eventually tackled by Hughes. Shane Cooper feeds Fogarty in midfield. Fogarty goes for the posts. Good defence underneath from Broadbent, and Farrell came over the top to kill the ball. This is pick of hands. One of the biggest sides in the league, certainly. St Helens. That's a nice little run from Cunningham. Oh, good secondary defence from Ryan Sheridan. Under real pressure then, Sheridan, but took the pressure off his full-back, caught the ball on the full, in goal. So that's good play from the Eagles. Sheridan and Briggs, nice little combination developing together there.
Yes, well tidied up there, Mike, as you say, but pressure from the Saints, playing it quickly, moving it over on the blind side, nearly caught the Eagles, and there's an Eagles player injured where that action was, but they're still charging through, and Paul Carr has the possession. Darryl Powell at the acting half-back, Sodji's gone in field, Sodji looking for a half gap, speed merchant, ex-Hull KR player, and obviously looking for a slight chink in Saints' armour, but it's Farrell now. Oh, what a competitor Farrell, he takes some, well, he gets the ball away, and Price, the try scorer, keeps it going, the Eagles still spreading it. Now it's with Briggs, he comes back, moves to the right, then comes back to the left, the Saints can't tackle him, and yes, a high tackle rude. Cooper and Harrison in, he's played it quickly, so another set of 6 and 20 metres from the line, Mick.
Top effort from Carr Briggs, top effort. There goes Gamson, the bullet, head down, straight forward upfield. We bounce Fogarty off then. Sheridan looking to develop the ball, feeds Powell on the cutback. Good defence from Saints. The Eagles have a sub on. In the meantime, they keep the ball alive. Mick Cook gets away, looking to hand off, can't do so. Well, eventually the ball goes loose. Well, that seems strange. Carry on. Sheridan will glide through. Ooh, almost. Last tackle. Broadbent came in a big charge then. Paul Carr will go. Oh, well, Paul Carr decides to kick. It's all on. Stops us through. Stops the ball. Good decision. Good decision from Mr. Bates. Dropped the ball over the line. Unlucky for Linton Stock. Just didn't have time to secure the ball, but that would have made Saints going feeling very frail at half-time. And Saints now slowing the game down, Rob.
Well, yes, we've got to get our composure, I think. Obviously, nearly on the 6th tackle again. Sheffield nearly causing us a little bit of aggravation, but certainly deserved to try that, Mike. Good play, good work there. Linton Stock just couldn't handle it, and the try waved away. The referee right on the job, but Farrell picks it up. Saints had the possession, they lose it, and now the Eagles back with about 2 minutes of the half remaining. They still trail 20 points to 12, and certainly a try and a goal from them had put them back in the hunt. They started off very slowly, with Saints scoring 4 tries in the opening 20 minutes. But Eagles have gradually clawed the way back, and they're driving again. That's Darren Turner, who slipped on over on the far side. Briggs along the line. Prop forward Ian Hughes. It's the last tackle of the sequence. Saints got to defend again. Variation of play, and Eagles press it again. Well, they're going to get another set of 6. No, they're not. It's still on the 6th tackle. The ball played the man as opposed to the man playing the ball. And Eagles losing yardage actually with that play, because it bounced off and came back, and now it's with Simon Booth. Saints still got to get their act together. Beavers along the line. They're in the lead, as I said, by 8. 20-12 the score. A try for either side at this stage of the game certainly would give them an advantage, really. John Harrison, centre field. Cooper had fed him. 6'7" Harrison drives forward. Midway between the Eagles 20 and the half-way line. It's now with the Phil Beavers looking for support. Tried to sneak it out there. The referee hasn't seen it. Beavers regathered possession. I don't think there was a knock-on because it went back. But Sonny Nicol chucks it out. Now with Booth, he's got to chip it. Booth does so. Eagles have the possession. Well, obviously a lot of disconcertion there about the knock-on, but I thought he took it back towards his own post, Mike. But Eagles have the ball now.
Well, whatever, it was very untidy. He needed a decision from somebody. But again, a nice piece of secondary defence by Ryan Sheridan there from that kick from Bowles. And both teams will go into the dressing rooms. I think the Eagles will go in happy. but they've got back into the game, and Saints will be looking to readjust and reorganise and get their game back on track. So join us for what should be another action-packed 40 minutes of rugby league football.
Back with you for the second half of the Stones Bitter Championship game. Saints in the lead 20 points to 12 at half time. Andy Haig still on for St Helens as a replacement for Andy Northey. 11 minutes of the first half. They've had 10 minutes at half time. Obviously they're keeping Northey off. It looked a bad cut. Sheffield Eagles just coming to at the end. Well, in the last 15 minutes of the first half. 2 tries in the space of 8 minutes. And then a lot of pressure and a disallowed one by Linton Stott after it had touched a Saints player, and Stott couldn't hold it. But Saints kick off, and Eagles now playing with the wind, and or should I say playing with the breeze to the backs, not with the wind, and let's hope they can use it to their advantage.
Yes, although there hasn't been much kicking, say in the last few weeks. But it comes into play when you're dropping out, and there's Darren Turner hitting the line very strong. Anthony Farrell now makes that bust. Typical bust from Anthony Farrell. Good running, Eagles set now for the spread to the left. Hughes first receiver. No. Oh. And Sheridan gets one away. Briggs again, looking to develop. Hands on to Broadbent. Broadbent gets one off to Powell. Powell feeds Richard Price. Now Briggs throws one through, regathers. Excellent play, Carl Briggs. Well, the lads drawing in confidence. Richard Price puts one through on the toe, and that rolls into touch. It's 5 metres from the St Helens corner flag. So good movement, good variety from the Eagles. Keeping the ball moving. We've had positional changes. Darren Turner gone to loose forward. Linton Stott gone on the wing for Senior, who went off. As Saints bring the ball away in the shape of Elia. Cunningham feeds Vivers at first receiver. This is Fogarty now taking one to the middle of the field. Spotted a gap and just pushed the ball a good 15 metres forward. Cunningham again has a little charge. Last tackle. Vivers goes to the corner, and that will roll into touch just short of the corner flag. So again, this seems to be the pattern of the game, and since the clampdown on the play the ball run, with teams moving upfield in a set of 5 very easily. The Eagles came down in a set of 5. Saints got the ball back from the scrum and moved back upfield of the set of 5.
Well, they have, and they've pegged the Eagles back, even though Eagles have the possession, in their own 20. That's got to be the order of the day. The referee there penalising the Saints for raking up the play of the ball, and Sodji broke out quickly, looking to attack the Saints defence, but Eagles rather compact there, all up together as Farrell comes through. Farrell and Nickel played in the England squad midweek. Oh, Broadbent, powerful run down the wing. Linton Stott on the wing, as you said before, Mike, and Eagles are playing it quickly. No doubt Gary Hetherington sorted his troops out at half time, and Darryl Powell there, an integral part of his side.
He must have a strong voice because he's in Sydney, Ron.
Oh, well, I do beg your pardon. I know he's the coach, but if he's on his holidays, not bad, eh? He's with the 7 squad, isn't he? Yes, I do beg your pardon. But a lofted kick, just too deep. Just forgetting about that, Mike. I do beg your apologies.
Oh, no, it's all right. No doubt Gary will be have some way of being wired into this game, knowing Gary. It's the first game he's missed in 10 years, Ron.
Yes, and obviously, as you said, Eagles 10 years old this season and doing well, been up in the first division for the last couple of seasons and hopefully trying to secure a top 8 position, as you said earlier. They need the points just as the Saints need the points, but it's John Harrison in possession for the Saints. Saints got to move it quickly. Cunningham, live wire, brings it forward. Darren Turner blocks his way and Saints restart again. Up centre field, Chris Morley. He's brought down centre field, the last tackle of the sequence for Saints. They move it over to the right. Beavers chips it for the corner again. Andy Haig and Coder, well taken in the field of play and forced back as Beavers there follows it up. Andy Haig there moving through as well, obviously not risking Northey, and certainly the Saints injury list lengthens. Already out: Bernard Dwyer, John Neal, Alan Hunt, Scott Gibbs, Alclin, Tommy Martin, Bobby Golding and Jonathan Griffiths. Apollo Perolini gone off injured, and now Andy Northey gone off injured. So we've had 8, there's 2 more today, that's 10, and Joynton Prescott in Australia in the 7s. But it's Sonny Nickel, powers upfield. No matter what, you've got to get on with the job. Ian Pickervan straightens it up, looking to turn, but good clamp tackling there. Farrell turns him in the tackle. And Saints again, move it left, Fogarty. Super stuff there. But Saints are pressing. A bad play, the ball there. An error by Adam Fogarty. Wanted to get on with the job, wanted to play it quickly. But he knocked it forward. Saints, obviously, Mike, trying to press there, trying to put pressure on the Eagles, just as the Eagles put pressure on the Saints. Played it too quickly, and the Eagles have the possession.
Yeah, just a little bit anxious at Fogarty. He's tripped over his own bootlaces. So the Eagles pushing the ball forward, Broadbent again. The slow play of the ball then, Broadbent complained that Nickel just had a second dig as he was getting to his feet. The Eagles spread, set for the spread. Good spotting, Phil Beavers. Saw the spread was on, came up and picked the ball receiver out. Anthony Farrell happy to take that ball, and that will be play on. Play on. Came off the Saints man. Charge at the ball. It's play on from the charge. Ian Hughes brings the ball to the short side. McAleer just sticks a knee onto his nose. Powell now turns Paul Carr inside. Carr battles through. What a good ball to Sheridan. Sheridan with that amazing strength carries the ball 15 metres short of the goal post. Powell with pace to Broadbent. Broadbent trying to battle through, can't get a pass in. Eagles right on song. Charge through. Darryl Powell underneath. That was just the sheer weight of force of the attack. And nothing more than Darryl Powell deserved. Played a big hand in that set, Darryl Powell.
Yes, I said earlier, Mike, obviously he was one of your kingpins, the man that could turn it. That was a set of 6, and Powell involved a couple of times in that movement and deserved the try there, putting pressure on the Saints. And they come back now within 2 points with that conversion by Briggs. So it's certainly a great comeback, isn't it? Especially after being 20 points down after 20 minutes.
It's becoming almost a norm for the Eagles to give teams a start and come back at them. But Darryl Powell involved 3 times in that sequence. He turned Paul Carr inside. Paul Carr got that super ball to Ryan Sheridan. Then he brought Broadbent on a big steaming run to the line. Then set himself for a charge and ducked underneath the defence and planted the ball over the line. So great work then from the Eagles. So 8 minutes into the second half, and this is Darren Turner. He has Mick Cook with him. Oh, unlucky. Shipping water now, Saints defence, but Saints defence then never even attempted to make the line. Anthony Farrell, stepping, going clear, pushes the ball. Eagles just 15 metres short of the goal line. Foul, late ball to Broadbent, good tackle from, looked like Fogarty to me. Yes, great tackle, Adam Fogarty on Broadbent. And that's all on. Good work, Turner, oh! Just tackled by Lyon. Never stop, never say die, Darren Turner. Paul Carr will go from here. The Eagles on song, gets a pass in. Sheridan's picked it up. Sheridan looking to step. Tackled, 5 metres short of the post. Broadbent goes for a charge. Gets the ball in, that'll be 5-6 again. And that's a knock on to the Eagles. That'll be, the referee will award this scrum to the Eagles. Well, the Eagles going at hell for Leatherhill.
Yeah, what pressure, Mike, what pressure. Was it the substitute Turner? Just hacked down by David Lyon. I mean, an excellent tackle to stop him. But full marks for effort and the pressure that the Eagles are putting on. Obviously they've got the bit between the teeth. They just trail by 2 and they've got head and feet at this scrum. So Saints got to defend again.
Well, this Darren Turner is a real Jack Russell of a player, Ron. He never stops, he's always yapping, he's always going at the defence. And Sheridan just trying to develop the ball a little bit and bring Powell in late on. Anthony Farrell comes, watch him set the step up, goes straight at Elia. And he's tackled just 2 metres from the line. Saints under some pressure. Well, if Shane Cook wasn't offside then, he never will be. Briggs first receiver, steps, gets one to stop, dangerous from this position, stop, dangerous, great try, Linton stopped. Oh, you knew that Linton Stock could score from there. He beat 4 men on his way to the line, took the ball there, and again Carl Briggs showing a good composure there on.
He certainly did. The ball was moving over to the left, the Sheffield left. He checked, he turned it back right. He gave it out to young Stott, who's come on the wing to replace Senior. And they didn't look anything up, Mike, did they?
Yeah, another miracle comeback from the Eagles. And that looks good from Carl Briggs. Well, 4 goals for Carl Briggs. 4 for 4, and the Eagles go 24 points to 20 in front. And you wonder what's going through St Helens' mind, both the coaching staff and the players on the field.
Yeah, well, what a turn in fortunes, but you've got to compete for the full 80 minutes, as they say. There's still time to go. There's only 12 minutes gone to the second half, but obviously from being well in command to trailing now by 4, a couple of injured players, but you've got to muck in, you've got to get along with it, and you just it's the towel that looked to him forward, but players allowed to go on, and it's there again. Sheffield going under the sticks. Oh, super try! 2 tries in the space of 2 minutes. Ryan Sheridan was it that took it over there, Mick? Well, brilliant play there, excellent competitive play by the Eagles, even though I thought one of the passes looked slightly forward, but the referee's not picked much up in that department, but quick, crisp handling, Mike, and it's paid dividends, and that's another 6 points, isn't it? So kick off, Mike, you know what I mean? Saints had to kick off after the stop try, the try's converted there, and 6 points, and well in command now, 10 points in the lead from being 20 points to 0 down.
Miraculous stuff.
It's the ideal platform you need before next week. It's going to be a tough tie at Doncaster, even though they're down at the bottom end, on their own midding, their own pitch is a good leveller. Obviously not the ideal build-up for the Saints with going to Central Park on Saturday. But Sheffield come up again. Shane Cooper, Phil Vevers and company, they've got to get grip of the game, got to try and compose the side. Get them, obviously, well, we need the ball to actually score points. And Sheffield are doing the business, running hard, running strong and true and well worthy of the lead.
Yes, and here comes Ian Hughes. Saints defence just beginning to look a little bit spongy as Darren Turner runs the ball at them. Last tackle. In the meantime, we've had a change. Andy Young's taking the field, and I don't know who's left. As David Lyon picks that kick up, and this is the first bit of possession Saints have had for a while. So Andy Haig looking to set Saints off the bit of platform, but this game's not over yet, Rob. Although the Eagles scored 30 points, I don't think the game's over. There's 25 minutes of the game remaining, and literally anything can happen. Here goes Cunningham. We see this so often now. Great running from Cunningham. Good tackle. Andy Young. And the ball's out. Oh, he's caught it. And the referee's given a try. And it's Andy Haig. I don't know who gave the pass. Mike Elia, well, he's had a big punch today. I was just saying, Ron, that the game wasn't over. It certainly wasn't. We've seen in the last 6 or 7 weeks now where when they go into the last quarter of the game simply opens up.
From a 20 points to 12 deficit at half-time, they led by 30 points to 20. Saints just get the try there from Andy Haig, and now the Saints have got to buckle down, and Haig brings the ball 20 metres away from his own sticks. Cunningham at dummy half, he brings it left. Big John Harrison, strong wide out running. Vevers, centre field. Good clamp tackling, Hughes there, one of the tacklers. Good smother tactics, and that's what the Eagles have got to do. They've got to try and smother the Saints, take them man and ball, not let them spread the ball. Sonny Nicol, he straightens up, he's looking for support. Nicol drives again, he's up to the 20. Last tackle of the sequence, Saints in possession, trailing by 30 points to 24. The kick through, Eagles come up with possession. Paul Carr, the second row forward, took it well as Cooper tried to dribble it through. Well, loose play, the ball's loose, Saints have possession. Eagles made an error as Saints came in quickly on the tackle, and now it's up to the Saints to try and get points on the board. Ian Pickermans within 10 metres. A converted try separating the sides. Chris Morley 5 metres short. Good driving by the Saints. They've got a hit back just as Sheffield hit back earlier. Quick handling. Mark Elia. Cooper attacked in half. The ball moved to the right. Vevers out there. Simon Booth, I think that is on the far side, but well taken. Good cover defence there. Saints got to build up again. Elia still going.
Mixing big strong defence in the shape of Morley and Vevers. Linterstock comes in. Eagles just been under that little bit of pressure there. Oh, Anthony Farrell gets a good ball away. But Saints have come up with the ball, and the Eagles started to make mistakes. Cooper feeds Nicol. Oh, wonderful tackle. Andy Young, good pursuit. He drops Sonny Nicol then.
They've no need to try that hard, have they, Mick? They're in the lead by 6 points, but they're spreading the ball, obviously trying to keep it alive, and that's what's give them the points. But Saints capitalising on loose play, and they've got to try and get back in the hunt. Fogarty, he's 10 metres short. Eagles forced to line up on their own line. Saints take it centre field. Cooper and Vevers work the loop. Vevers cut out ball there to Elia. Elia's lost possession. Eagles snap it up and they break away. In the last 5 minutes, Mick, quite a few handling errors.
Yes, well that was certainly forced. That was a good tackle on Elia. He was under some pressure. Ball dislodged by the tackler. Mick Cook decides to hold on to that ball, and have a little charge. Richard Price, Eagles just looking to consolidate a little bit now. Taking it steady, but another bad pass. Another bad pass. Paul Broadbent coming on the charge. No real chance. So the last 4 possessions, the Eagles have turned the ball over in the first 2 or 3 tackles.
Yes, that's true. And Saints will have the feed from this scrum, with Cooper to feed. Out to Beavers along the line. Mark Elia tries to break the Eagles' defence. Sullivan quickly up from acting half-back. He looks for the gap, tries to drive through. He sees the gap, he hits the line, and the Eagles' defence quickly close up. 19 tries this season, Anthony Sullivan. And Saints move forward again. Beavers offers the dummy. The Eagles don't take it. Excellent tackling. And Saints again, short ball. David Lyon linking up, just held infield. Last one of the sequence. Fogarty chips it through, juggles with it. The ball goes down. It'll be the turnover on the 6th tackle. And Eagles, obviously they're no duffers, even though they've only won 7 of the 19 outings or so, Mike, this season. They lowered the colours of the Saints at Nosey Road for the first time last season. They also give the Pie Eaters a beating, didn't they? And they just need a little bit of good fortune. They're in the lead today, 30 points to 24. They're in possession and making good headway.
Yeah, and you could see when Fogarty then knocked on, you could see every Sheffield player sigh of relief, because they were really on the last legs then, the Eagles. St Helens had just had 7 or 8 minutes of almost continuous pressure on the Eagles line, as Carl Briggs puts the ball downfield and says, let's go down there and have a breather and relieve a bit of pressure. Yes, I think if Fogarty had just regathered then, he'd have had a free run in. The Eagles had really used up all the energy resources, and you can see they're very tired as they're going to this scrum. And so are St Helens, because they put a lot into the attack run. So 17 minutes of the game remaining. The Eagles lead by 6 points, 30 points to 24. The only difference between the two teams is the goal kicking. 5 marvellous tries each. So 10 tries in the game. And this is where the Eagles prefer to defend. Need to be at this end of the field. Cooper gets a good ball away. And this is Nicol on the charge. Weaving his way around. Andy Haig almost outside Sodji. Sodji desperately drags him in. Saints on attack. Vivers turns the ball inside. It looked like Simon Booth. Last tackle. Vivers, what's he going to do? Eventually stabs one over, and that will go dead. And that's a relief to the Eagles. Well, the Saints brought that ball full length of the field in 6 and made a threat on the Eagles line. Sheridan taps it to himself. Hands the ball on to Gamson. Anthony Farrell comes short side, looking for weaknesses. Pushes the ball upfield. Almost spins out of Elia's tackle. Cook to Sheridan. Oh, the Eagles making silly mistakes. Darren Turner then overran that ball. Sheridan tried to force the pass. Could have held on. As David Lyon testing the Eagles' defence wide out.
Yes, just overrunning it though, because you said, but Saints counteract, hit back. They want to quick play the ball. The ball's been knocked forward, has it? Saints throw it away in disgust, but a knock-on indicated. They broke away quickly to that their right wing, and then lost possession. So scrum down. Eagles head and ball with 15 minutes of the tie remaining, and the next score obviously could be crucial. Eagles in the lead by 6. If they score again, well, it's maybe curtains for the Saints, and if the Saints score obviously with the conversion, could be back on the equal terms. An exciting game, but rather sloppy in the last 10-15 minutes with some unforced handling errors. Farrell, strong second row. Saints must make sure he's tackled at the first attempt. Cunningham in there quickly. Eagles hit the blind side. Saints back. And now it's Gamson. Feeds it inside. Sheridan dribbles it through. Didn't get a favourable bounce there, and Sonny Little comes up with it. Just hit a Saints player as Sheridan dribbled it through, but now it's the Saints again. David Lyon linking up with the back division, making the extra man, Cooper. Adam Fogarty on the halfway. Still a tightly contested game. Cooper on to Pickavance. Good yardage made by the Saints, but superb tackling by the Eagles, sticking to the task as they've got to do. They have the lead by 6. Now it's Beavers bringing in runners. Chris Morley, I think that is, on the opposite diagonal. Cooper, inside ball, Elia, oh, well taken, and the Eagle play, I thought he'd taken a knock there. It was a young Turner, the substitute back. That's a sequence. As Beavers puts a high one up, Beavers follows it up, Beavers collects, and Beavers scores! Well, there he is again. Versatile Beavers gets his first try of this game. He scored 2 at Castleford last Sunday, which nearly gave the Saints the win at Cass. But
superb play from Beavers. Darryl Powell had no options but to wait for the ball. Beavers on the run, had the higher jump, took the ball and forced his way over the line, and that puts us all square at 30 points to all. 30 points each.
13 minutes and counting.
13 minutes of the match remaining, and hold your seats and hold your money, because I'm not betting on anybody on. This is anybody's game. And certainly in the last 10 minutes, Saints had the lion's share of possession. The Eagles turning the ball over far too frequently and giving them almost continued possession, and we have another change. Darren Turner is leaving the field. I think he's taken a knock. And Keith Senior. Oh, it didn't. It's Andy Young that's come on. We thought Andy Young would come on earlier, but he hasn't. So Andy Young on. And that's offside. Oh dear me. It would be a shame if the game like this is one thing I don't like about rugby league. Here we are. Saints make an error, simply an error. Referee deems it's offside, and the Eagles get a chance at kick at goal. That's surely not justice, Ron. Those shouldn't be kicks at goal, those infringements.
Well, maybe not, Mike, but I suppose it's how it goes. Certain things like that annoy you when the referee, if the player's moving to the right, say, and he penalises somebody for offside on the left, which is not involved in the game. But I suppose it's how it goes, and you've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? Another bone of contention is when a player kicks forward, like Beavers did there on that last tackle. He actually ran and played everybody on side. But it's waved away, so yeah, I suppose you're happy with that, Mike. But when Beavers, like when he puts the ball up and he follows up, puts everybody on side, but when the ball's lofted, the players run up, if somebody makes an error in the catching side, it's all on. Now, I don't agree with that, but I suppose those are the laws of the game, and you've got to get on with it.
Yeah. So, Beavers gets us off. Restart. From the 20, Sodji picks up. Works his way in field. 10 minutes remaining. Andy Young comes with his first touch of the ball. And he's brought back for a forward pass. Linesman reacting to a section of the Saints fans that called forward. And called the forward pass, and again the Eagles just turned the ball back over.
Yes, well, it certainly looked him forward, but as I say, he's not picked up much, so why should he start now, Mick? But we gratefully accept the ball. 30 points apiece, so obviously 60 points, and the game to-ing and fro-ing, seeing and sowing, as they say. Harrison for the Saints. Cunningham attacked in half. Saints move it centre field. Fogarty now with a big charge. Eagles defence going to be tested. Can the Saints hit back? I'm sure they have the strike power. Drop goal attempt. Vevers, he puts the one-pointer, and that puts obviously pressure on Eagles, and Saints come back. Phil Vevers, his first drop goal of the season. I suppose the old adage, if you get down at that end, Mike, come away with something. He made sure, but that doesn't do it any justice when Saints should get the ball from the kick-off, and unfortunately the lad there puts the ball down, and now pressure on the Saints with Eagles head and feet at the scrum.
Well, if Saints go away with the points, you'd have to say this is Vevers' game, and if they don't, you will remember that mistake from Simon Booth. Anthony Farrell gets away from first tackler. Eagles stacking deep on the left, got the spread on. Ball comes out to Sheridan. Sheridan turns Richard Price inside. Richard Price weaving his way to the post. Tackle 8 metres short. Darryl Powell comes, turns Broadbent inside. Great ball from Darryl Powell. Eagles desperate now. Well, if Bull wasn't offside, he never will be. That was offside from Bull. It was yards offside, but Paul Carr's got the ball. He's making a charge down that right-hand side. Start again, says the referee. Here goes Andy Young. Makes it, takes the ball to the post. Second tackle. Bob Broadbench on the charge. Anthony Farrell. It's time. Over the line. Oh, second row play of the highest order. The Eagles set up very well. Andy Young brought the ball midfield. Darryl Powell looked as though he's coming on the charge. Just held the ball off him, turned Anthony Farrell back, and he hit the line with a ton of power.
He came through at pace there, didn't he, Mike? There's no danger about that. He's run hard and strong all afternoon. But the Eagles doing the job. I put Saints in the lead, but Farrell run hard and strong along with Carr. Two real competitors, Mike. Good strong runners. The Saints tackling was there, but his power came through, run onto the ball, scored the try. What a last 6 minutes we've got in store.
Certainly have. Will the Eagles settle the ball, or will they still keep playing that open football, trying to keep that ball movement going? Here comes Broadbent. Broadbent pushing the line backwards, advances the Eagles out to their 40. Farrell comes on that short side run, stays alive. Oh, that ball's lost. And knock on. And Anthony Farrell complained to the linesman that the ball was knocked from his hand. Well, he was carrying the ball in one arm. And again, the Eagles come up with a mistake.
The referee said it was knocked forward, Mike. Obviously, the touch judge said, I beg your pardon, said it was knocked forward. They looked for the reaping out. Obviously, a grey area, as we usually say in these instances. But when men come in for the tackle and the ball's knocked out, sometimes it is accidentally. I'm not saying they do play for it, but Saints having the benefit of the doubt on that occasion, and they have the possession. Time's running out with 4 minutes plus remaining, and they're trailing by 3, 34-31. They're bringing it over to the left. It's Hawley, 30 metres out. Strong tackling by Eagles. Saints persist on the blind side, then look to turn it in field. They keep it moving. The Saints did well there to hold on to it, but he's knocked it forward. Cunningham knocked it forward. I think it was Shane Cooper that tried to keep the ball moving there. He turned in the tackle. I thought Cunningham had just managed to get it, but obviously the referee looked at it. He knocked it forward, and from Saints there, instead of just trying to settle it down, spread it out. The ball comes out Saints side, one against the head, and the referee's not happy with it. Saints penalised, an infringement at the scrum. Ryan Sheridan has the ball in his hands. He passes it on. The Eagles with the penalty conversion, 30 metres from their own line, and time running out, Mike.
Yeah, the clock ticking down as Broadbent makes a big charge infield. That's good running from the big prop who's done a lot of work and can come up with a run like that this last dying seconds of the game. And Daryl Powell takes another and he's well tackled by Simon Booth. He rattles him to the floor. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Simon Booth, it's Northey who's come back onto the field. He's had his head, must have had some stitches, got it bandaged. Here's Sheridan probing that midfield. Mick Cook looks for pass, then advances the ball another 15 metres. 3 minutes remaining. Anthony Farrell. A score here really would seal the game for the Eagles. Drop goal. Drop goal! What a drop goal! Carl Briggs. Well, he didn't kick the last conversion. Which would have put the Saints in front had they have scored a try, but now that takes the Eagles back to 4 points.
Yes, 35-31, Mike, but it's still, the Saints can still come through. It's Elia, still driving. Excellent work from the kick-off by Shane Cooper. Just kicked it the required 10 metres, shielded it as he went forward. But now it's the Saints 10 metres short and driving. Is the man over? He must be inches short. It's Nickel attacked in half. Nickel goes for the drive. Has Nickel touched it down? He hasn't. The Eagles keep him out. Saints need a converted try. And still the Eagles keep him out. Last tackle of the sequence. Nickel out to Cooper. Cooper spreads it. Saints have the overlap. Good looping movement. The ball's loose. Pickermans has it. Oh, he's knocked it forward. The Eagles man's knocked it forward. It's going to be a scrum down with the Saints head and feed. Oh no, it's the turnover. Well, he's given the turnover. I thought the Eagles had knocked it forward even though Saints had lost the possession. He didn't play the advantage.
Yeah, I'd say you're getting excited as well here on. Quite right too. Everything turning on that event there. Just 1 minute of the game remaining. The Eagles need to see 6 out. Put a good kick and chase in, and they've clinched 2 miraculous championship points. Mick Cook onto Hughes, tackled by Pickermans. Well, Eagles obviously content now to run the clock down, not looking to spread the ball. Paul Carr picks up, has a tilt, moves the ball just over the halfway line. Andy Young comes in and runs. Last tackle, good tackling from Cunningham. Needs a good kick now. Go to the line. Well, he needed to go to the line and get it into touch just to buy the clock up. This is Haig bringing the ball in field. Tackled. 15 yards. There goes the hooter. You couldn't hear the hooter on for the excitement in the ground, and that's a miraculous. Turnaround of events for the Eagles and another miraculous comeback here at the Don Valley Stadium.
Well, it certainly is, Mike, and you've had some close calls this season. You've been well behind and then come through. And another occasion there where obviously you lower the colours of my team, the Saints, trailing 20 points to nil after 20 minutes. Then you came back in the last 15 of the first half to make it 20 points to 12 at half time. And then you came out all guns a-blazing. And in the opening 12 minutes, well, it was 7 minutes before Daryl Powell scored the try. That was converted by Briggs. And in a purple patch of 5 minutes, further tries from Stott and Sheridan, both converted by Briggs. And that, from being 20 points to nil down, you made it 30 points to 20. Then Saints with a little bit of respite, a try by Haig, a try by Beavers, an excellent individual try by him, goal by Sullivan. The score's all tied, 30 points apiece. And then maybe the crucial point, Mike. Beavers got the drop goal from the kick-off where Saints should have had the ball back. An error by St Helens. Eagles capitalised on it. Try by Farrell, went unconverted. It didn't matter after that. A Briggs drop goal 4 minutes later, but an excellent win.